Ladies and gentlemen, in the battle between law and grace, between legalism and liberty, between religion and relationship, grace wins.
Are you perfect? Do you try to keep the law of Moses? Did you know that Jesus actually intensified the law? The Old Testament set an extremely high standard for how to live and act, but Jesus raised the bar higher still by revealing that people will be judged for more than just their actions, but also for their motives. Let's look at how Jesus made the law even harder to keep. In the Old Testament, murder is wrong, but for Jesus, anger equals murder. He said, "You have heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not murder, and whoever murders will be in danger of judgment. But I say to you that whoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment." Matthew 5:21. Have you ever been angry at someone and found out later that it was unjustified? You know, in the Old Testament, adultery was wrong, but for Jesus, lust equals adultery. He said, "You have heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not commit adultery. But I say to you that whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart." Matthew 5:27 and 28. Most men would admit to checking out a woman on occasion. For Jesus, every sin carried a horrible punishment. He said, if part of your body causes you to sin, it must be punished. If your right eye causes you to sin, pluck it out and cast it from you. For it is more profitable for you that one of your members perish than for your whole body to be cast into hell. And if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and cast it from you. For it is more profitable for you that one of your members perish than for your whole body to be cast into hell. Matthew 5:29 through 30. If we truly obeyed these verses, there would be a lot of Christians without eyes and hands. If you could keep the entire law, you would be an amazing human being. Jesus made the law as difficult as it was to keep, even more difficult. Not only are you required to be perfect in your outward behavior, you also have to be perfect in your thoughts, intentions, and motives. Jesus commands, "Be perfect, just as your Father in heaven is perfect." Matthew 5:48. This word perfect is the Greek word teleos, meaning nothing lacking, complete, perfect. How can anyone ever fulfill this command of Jesus? The law is impossible to keep. If you break even one of the laws, you might as well have broken every single one of them. For whoever shall keep the whole law and yet stumble in one point, he is guilty of all. James 2:10. Once you decide to try to be righteous by keeping part of the law, you have to keep the rest of the law too. It's an all or nothing venture. So Jesus commands you to be perfect. And how can you ever obey that command of Jesus? Well, there's only one way. Jesus was perfect. And so if you make Jesus the Lord of your life, then He takes your place before God. And when Jesus He's standing there before God, He's totally perfect. When God looks at Jesus, He sees His perfection instead of your imperfection. And so the only way that you can be perfect is by trusting Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. And through Him, you can be perfect.